Good evening, people! This is Telewind Alcidian, being completely ridiculous as usual. And as I've probably rambled a billion times before, we're doing Platinum. And with me tonight are...
I'm Teapot. Yep, I'm Teapot.
I'm Procindus.
I'm Cole, and I'm not allowed to swear, and it's a terrible thing.
I'm Kellery, and I'm just here to listen.
And I'm DS.
And I am Yao, King of the Rock. Anyway.
Yeah, it works for me.
Sorry.
Right, let's get started with the worst region in Pokemon history. Woo.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the worst region in Pokemon history, but it certainly has a giant middle finger in the form of Mount Coronet.
I do have, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I do have a long-standing disdain for this particular region.
Yeah, same. The funny thing is this region is actually the first, well, it's the first game where I actually got into competitive battling, so you'd think it would have more of a sentimental value to me. It doesn't.
Same and same.
One moment, I seem to be having some very, very odd issues with the thing here. So that's why. 1 second here. Just give me a few minutes here. Okay.
Honestly, I have more sentimental value
There we
towards
go.
Gen 5, because that was, you know, good.
What? What? Can't remember what you're talking about.
Briefly, I can't either.
Yeah, Gen 4, I don't really remember. It's part of like a very strange part of my life, so I hear still talking about the different characters from Gen 4, and I'm like, yes, that was a character.
Yeah, Sinnoh has some particular importance for me for various reasons, but yeah, I can see how people. Yeah, that too. Gardena is one of the main reasons, but there's also
There's the mustache.
this generation had one of the most, or at least a few of the most mimetic gym leaders in the history of ever. So
Yes.
I do have to say I do like the gym leaders in Sinnoh.
yeah, they're all.
I do.
Overall.
They're all.
I think
pretty
they're
Sure,
great.
Wake.
I think the thing with Sinnoh, at least, is that a lot of what it added was really good. Like, a lot of the Pokemon that were introduced in Sinnoh are personal favorites of a lot of us.
And some of them are creatures that need to be set on fire and fed to the ducks, but that's beside
And
the point.
then there's Magmar and Electivire, yeah.
there it is.
Very much is a generation of two halves.
Yeah, it's like when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think kind of the issue I always had, and I think this was an issue that was very much fixed for Platinum, was I ended up playing Diamond originally, and I honestly got bored. Just literally got bored halfway through playing it. Just wasn't
It's
really
very
enjoying
boring.
It
It is
is.
a very boring region.
which is obviously a shame. I think they fixed a lot of kind of the slog, as it were, in Platinum, but I never ended up playing it.
They
So-
actually sped up the surfing, which is nice.
Yeah,
Diamond and
to be
Pearl
honest,
had
like,
some incredibly
yeah.
slow surf animation for some reason that I don't really understand.
Yeah,
Oh god, now I have to find a name for this guy.
Thud.
Yeah, I always call him that, but it makes
I
a
see
bit-
no reason.
It actually makes a bit less sense in Platinum because he does the two-line thud a bit less.
Yeah.
Actually, the hilarious thing...
So what are we gonna name this guy? I don't think we've decided that.
Yeah.
What are we going to name this guy? Chat?
DSP.
I don't think he's going to be standing in front of a railgun.
No, no, he might run straight into it
Oh, probably.
and knock it over.
To be fair, that does fit.
Cool. Just stick with Barry and go run, Barry, run a lot.
Forest.
Oh god, perfect. Yes.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. As far as I remember, it had 2 R's in it. Run, Forrest,
Yeah,
run.
as in Forrest Gump, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's right.
Excellent. What is your friend's name?
Well, it's perfect length as well.
Ah, perfect fit.
Right.
I know,
In.
right?
It's like it was meant to be.
I know, right?
Looking forward to all the mimetic names we end up giving
Oh
things.
yeah, it will be awesome. Alright,
That's assuming we get very far in this particular episode.
we might. Let me just,
No,
leap
it's,
into the world of
I mean, I don't
Pokemon.
think it's a question of what Stell
Ah,
does as
Shrink
how
Ray!
far we get, and more how slowly this game runs.
Yeah. One thing I would recommend is going into the options and switching the battle speed to fast.
I will.
Or text speed, sorry.
I will attempt to do that. Yeah.
Do you know, I actually haven't done that in White yet. And that's kind of weird because it's normally the first thing I do.
One thing that really bugs me about Platinum is the fact that they completely ditched the little reference to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or at least Gold Silver, that used to be in this particular sequence back in Diamond and
Oh,
Pearl.
yeah. Yeah, that is different. That's weird.
Yeah, in Diamond and Pearl, they actually threw in a reference to the Red Gyarados, and not in this one. Tune in next week, same time, same channel. Well, if you tune in the same channel, the show will be over. Where's the sense in that? Let's see. Right. Options. Fast X speed. Start X, because that is so much more comfortable. Yeah, I'll just keep it like this.
Fast everything.
Yes. Excellent. And I'm going to save right the F now, just in case. You You may never know when the DS might crash.
Oh, this old nut chestnut again. Saving a lot of data.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Yes.
Saving forever.
Every time you put something in the PC or change the PC box, this would
Yeah.
happen, and it just made you hate life.
I completely forgot that happened. Oh, there we go.
Wasn't this? They changed this in what was it,
there's
Gen 5, where they only gave you a certain number of boxes to start with, and that was to avoid this exact problem.
Yeah, I think it's once you get like the national decks or something like that, it gives you more boxes. But
It's if you have one Pokemon in each, or at least one Pokemon in each. Sorry.
no, that's pretty. That's actually better.
Yeah, it works fine. It's just obviously it will expand the space you can use, and therefore the amount you have to save.
And there's Mr. ADHD there.
Why would they give you a new laptop or computer or whatever just as you're leaving?
Didn't think that one through. Maybe they don't know you're leaving, because I mean it is a sudden thing.
See, what I don't get is it's a laptop. Why doesn't he take it with him?
That is a good question. Let's check off before I could even know what it's all about. Oh dear. Alright. I don't even have the, Alright. Don't go into the tall grass. You don't want to know where it's been.
See, in Bolton, they tell you not to go into the tall grass for a different reason.
Pretty
Don't
much.
eat yellow snow.
It's Pierce! Speaking of snow, this snowy mess here was not here in Diamond and Pearl.
Oh yeah. They kind of made the whole thing a little bit more wintry and
Yeah, they did.
Because it's like,
I forgot how much this town reminds me of Pallet Town.
well,
Well, it
that's
practically is.
Yeah, I know.
It's the
I
same,
know.
Welcome
except in
to
this-
Twin Leaf Town,
been a
aka
while, okay?
2chan.
And we've got the fat technology guy who always.
There's always a technology guy, yes, exactly. Oh dear, what does this guy want? Oh dear.
The pool bear has a rare item, doesn't it?
There's always going to be some dude who stops. Oh, there's Thud.
A woman lives in the kitchen. What's wrong with that? Yeah,
no. Oh.
There's extreme sexism on the part of Pokemon there.
One moment here, I've got some issues.
Again.
Sorry about that. Just need to free up some atmosphere. There we go. Thud! What was that about? Oh dear. Because of course.
Oh well. There was a little bit when I first streamed.
Hmm?
There was a few troubles on the first stream.
Yeah. If this kid could actually find people the redonkulous sums that he says he could, he'd never have to leave home again.
Well, I mean, he'd certainly have his career sorted.
Oh dear God. Ugh, this kid is 9 kinds of derp.
Well, yeah, that's why we called him Forrest.
And 3, 2... Hold it! Cue Phoenix Wright music. And then he got caught by Professor Rowan himself. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Check out my red impression.
I do have to ask, like, when people don't have Pokemon, how exactly do they, like, get anywhere?
Magic.
Basically, you don't. You get someone with a Pokemon to take you everywhere.
Or just use the routes that don't have grass.
Which ones?
Which is none of them.
The ones that aren't in the game, they're like separate.
Like, where are
I don't
they?
know. I'm world building.
Shh. Okay. Ruining the immersion.
We love Pokemon! ...
Yeah, you love Pokemon, yet you don't have any. How do you know that you love them?
Look at this. This is the sort of nonsense I have to handle every single day.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alright then. Let's see. Now then, where were we? And there's Dawn. Something is really wrong with people's fashion sense in Sinnoh. I mean, here you have the male character who is wearing basically the Frenchest hat in the history of France, and they're not even in Kalos yet. And Dawn, who's kind of got a condom on for a hat.
And there it is.
A sock and a miniskirt, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yet still better than the hat you get in Sun and Moon.
And there we have it, the suitcase.
No, the chicken hat.
Yeah.
Right, so we need me to confirm the starter at 1.
1 second, I'll be doing that. We just need to stop rambling. Come on then, stop rambling.
I had a bit of a
Okay,
Scottish
let's
twang.
see.
Get on with it!
Pretty much,
This is by
exactly.
far the wordiest professor.
Oh, yeah, I was going to... this game. No, you must approach the suitcase in the exact angle we want you to. This is a recurring thing with Sinnoh, as you will soon see. Alright then, let's see.
I'm so looking forward to it.
End up with... drum roll, please. Come on, is it too much to ask for an earthing drum roll? Thank you, for God's sake.
It's, sorry, do you want the answer?
I can see what you've got. It was a close match, but, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries, show me turtle.
Cool. It was a close match,
It was
unless
a very
you were
close
Piplup.
match, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Turds
Good
with
choice.
one by
Good
one.
choice.
Cool though.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would have been my choice if I didn't open the thing up to the public, because I love Torterra.
I was lucky enough to.
I love Torterra, and I love the fans.
That's
See,
a reference for
I wish that
later.
version of Byron was in this game.
It certainly is. Let's see. For the moment.
Well, 15 minutes in and we finally have a Pokemon. Hooray!
Yep.
Yeah, that's how long it, like, literally, like, that's how long you have to wait.
Yeah, it takes them a while. Alright then. And of course, here we go. I can never get over Barry's battle animation, Forest, whatever. He just does this monkey flail.
I mean, sounds about right.
Yeah, which is kind of appropriate because he has the monkey now.
He does.
Yeah, true.
And now we have to go through Gen 4's obscenely slow battle system.
Yeah, it's taken us 15 minutes to get to this point. It's trying to take another 15 minutes to finish this fight.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do this. They did the thing in Gen 5 where the effects and stuff like abilities activating kind of came up in a little thing above the thing. They didn't do that in Gen 4. So you had to sit through all of them and all the weather, which he told you every single turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weather in this game, so...
Oh, yeah. Ah, well.
Also, I mean, I'm sorry, just seen in the chat, better than Sun and Moon's 1 hour tutorial. Which is true, but at least the Sun and Moon's first hour was actually plot.
Yeah, well, it let you do things.
Yeah, in a very slowly and, you know, only exactly
And
what it wants.
there goes the monkey. Nice.
I'm guessing no one told Barry he was actually supposed to, like, you know, attack you.
Pretty much.
He figured it out eventually.
Yeah, by the time he was like, oh dear, I'm about to lose, I better do something.
Yes, we do read the chat, by the way. You can talk to us, we'll talk back.
Yeah.
I feel like Sun and Moon was like half of the game was the tutorial.
Yeah, it's
But-
kind of a point, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it took on the kind of JRPG thing where it just keeps introducing stuff to you over the first sort of half of the game, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really...
I didn't like that.
I don't mind it,
It was a
yeah.
very, very brief margin there, Katie. Like, 1 point.
Felt very hand-holdy.
Yeah.
Yes, if you had gone into the grass, that Pokemon, a Bidoof might have attacked you. Oh dear.
You might have been impaled by a Starly, which is the most ridiculous way to die possible. I mean, how can you take a thing named Starly seriously?
I mean, I'd say you should just kick the Bidoof in the face, but by the looks of it, someone already has.
Yeah. Maybe that's how people get from, like, town to town. It's like every time Bidoof turns up, it just gets booted in the face, and that's why they find it.
Right, let's just take a look at this particular turtle. I am rather curious. Naive nature. Okay, that's fine. I think.
Surprised it's not Lax, because that's what kept turning up before.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah, I think
Pokemon in this game are just
All
more
of the
naive.
abilities in White so far are
You're
rubbish.
too slow!
Naive, that's weird. You have a
Yeah.
fast Turtwig.
Oh, they haven't done the thing where it shows you what the abilities do yet. It's
Alright then. Oh, right.
it's kind of you kind of forget just how much they added in Gen 5.
Alright, I actually have to go to the lake now, I forgot. Oh boy.
Oh, they have to do that in a different order then, because I know.
Yeah, you go to the lake first in this.
Yeah,
and then...
it's been a while since I've actually, yeah, of course you're capturing the legendary Pokemon. These little things tend to consume like 40 Dusk Balls each. What are you talking about, you mop-haired...
Mop-head, etc.
The flowing
Yes.
time, the expanding space, the sheer Shatner talk of this situation. My name is Miles. I meant Cyrus. It's a short for Miley Cyrus.
Like, is he literally just here to monologue? Is that why he came to this lake?
Quiet!
Yes.
We are monologuing.
As far as I can tell, yes.
Alright then. And then... Oh dear.
Pardon?
That's what they say. Don't ask me why. Did you hear that? Yeah, it sounded like a Mew in a hat. Let's catch. How are you supposed to catch it? You don't have any P-O-K accent E balls.
See, if this was Gen 1, you would be able to catch it.
Probably.
That's true.
You wouldn't be supposed to catch it, but you would still be able to.
Yeah, there'd be some glitch you could do earlier on that got you like 99 Master Balls.
Yeah, you just like you just overflow the bag so that it just gives you like infinite everything, and then you just chuck a Master Ball at it.
Yeah, and then the game would crash.
Yeah,
Because the game would have no idea what to do about this.
pretty much.
Probably crash into Pac-Man, though. I've actually seen someone who managed to do an arbitrary code execute and run Pac-Man or something on a Pokemon game.
They did a lot of stuff, didn't they? They kind of kept overflowing it and adding new input. They just played this whole thing. That was Taskbot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Taskbot put the Twitch chat on there actually as well. So
Was that
Pokemon became the Twitch chat.
Was that Pokemon? I thought, was that Super Mario World?
I can't remember. It was one of the two.
I know they did do it once, and I thought that was very brave.
I mean, I know they've I mean, if you watch the 151 run of Pokemon Blue, like some of the stuff they do in that is just absolutely ridiculous. Like the game's code is just in pieces, like about a quarter of the way through, and that's still like another hour to go.
Yeah. By the way, we need to update the trainer card at some point.
Oh, yes, of course. Right, a trainer card. Give me a second.
Yes.
I actually need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
That's alright. I kept forgetting as well.
Give me a second here. Backgrounds. I forgot to actually save this one when I made it, so
It did the same thing I did.
Taking a few seconds to set this up. Platinum. Pokemon. Good grief. Sorry, the TCM is being weirdly slow.
Oh.
So like everything else in this game.
I know that.
Yeah, it's been playing Platinum.
Moments. Alright. Let's just
running fine for me, but
It could be just because you're running everything.
yeah, it's probably the stream and everything else kind of just.
hold on a moment. I just need to actually remember how to set this up so it would update.
Just overwrite the same file you had
Oh,
originally.
Okay. Alright then. Let me just do this.
I just dumped it on the desktop, I think, and just like
That
copied
makes
it and
sense.
dragged it in.
Okay. One
In the meantime, how's everybody doing today?
Not bad, not bad.
It's hot.
Yes.
I'm sunburned.
There we go. We has a Turtwig.
Hooray!
Excellent.
Yep.
Yes, it is what we call summer at the moment, and therefore all of the British members of staff are melting. And we don't know how to deal with
And
it.
Dutchman as well.
I would have totally
yeah.
been melting if it wasn't
Missed an
for the
exam.
marvelous
You
invention
use
of air
Pokemon Pearl.
conditioning.
It's a good thing you've got your priorities straight. That's all I'm going to say.
I want to hear this story. Oh look, a
In which
Bidoof.
a turtle runs headfirst into a Bidoof. Repeatedly.
It just flattens its face even more.
Pretty much.
He's dying, Squirtle.
Do-do-do-do.
Bash, bash, bash.
See, when I like see this image of Turtwig like tackling Bidoof in the face, I can just imagine it making this hollow thunk noise. Like banging a pair of coconuts together.
Oh, that was
Or
really disastrous.
like the old cartoon, like conk voice.
Yeah. Like you know the sound it makes like a coconut lands on a character's head? That's it.
Yes, exactly.
It's sort of dull noise.
Yeah.
Alright then. Don't mind the fact I'm kind of doing a few random battles while I'm at it. I just want to get some levels onto this thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you
That's
do
fair.
need them in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, right.
say, the way
I
Turtwig-
just remembered that this game actually might be one of the longest intervals of space before you actually make it to a gym.
I think possibly, yeah.
So we're going to exacerbate that further by grinding.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
should probably actually start moving a bit faster.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. I mean, the first gym leader uses rock types anyway, so
Yeah.
Turtwig should just
It's work.
win.
Just need to get it enough to have a grass type move.
Rock!
I
Yay!
think you'll be fine.
Cut rock!
I like work, really. He doesn't sit around reading comic books all day. Oh dear. I think I might have not made this. Are you going to keep missing? Good grief. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. I am not in the mood to be flatlined before I make the first city.
By Bidoof, of all things.
Yes, I know, right? How
Yeah, that wouldn't be,
ridiculous is that? Oh, and there's what's her face.
So we ran away from a Bidoof. Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah, I know, right? And there's Studs again.
What a surprise.
He's totally out there, dude! Whoa! Zork, zork, zork! And now my brain's just picturing him as Shaggy.
Very fair.
Does that make you Scoob?
Zoinks! That's his monkey, probably.
Probably, yeah.
I see. This Pokemon seems to be rather happy, even though it's at 4 hit points after being nearly murderized by a beaver without a tail.
Yeah, it's kind of shameful, really.
Yeah.
Don't insult beavers, please.
It was no mistake. It likes being bitten in the face by beetles. Alright,
Oh,
let's
wow.
see. What are we naming this thing?
What are we calling it?
We didn't plan for this, did we?
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I didn't actually think of a name this time. I usually have something silly on...
I think when I had one way back in the day, I think I just called it Bowser.
It kind of is like Bowser.
Oh dear.
Bonsai?
AST
That's Banzai.
I know.
for alligator snapping, or BST for Bidoof snapping turtle.
Oh snap! Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna call it.
Snap?
Oh snap.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
I think that Katie had one named Snapple once.
That's a very good name.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright then. This is already off to a great start. Behold.
Yep, we've got. Oh snap!
Oh snap.
I remember when we did the Ubers VGC event for at Gamerbase, and someone brought in a Dialga that was literally nicknamed "Hi Guys" with a smiley face.
I remember that.
It was easily the best nickname of the entire event.
It's kind of a shame. Then don't they ban nicknames in competitive play now?
I think so, yeah, because obviously people can put swear words and inappropriate words in there.
Yeah.
Even though it does censor some of them.
People are creative.
Yeah, it's not perfect. People find ways around it, and there are ways to kind of like obviously use certain nicknames to kind of as almost like a mind game where like if you could nickname a Pokemon as like having the name of something else.
Yeah, they did ban that a lot earlier than they banned nicknames in general, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Like you could nickname like a Torterra, you could call it Garchomp or something like that. And have an actual Garchomp there as well, which is called Garchomp, and it just causes just a massive hoo-ha. So
Yeah,
I
they
think
love
for
this
the
thing.
sake of just as a blanket sort of thing, they just got rid of the nicknames entirely. But obviously in Battle Revolution and stuff like that, you could still have the nicknames because it wasn't over the internet; it was local.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much of an issue then. And
Well, they did have online battles on Battle Revolution, didn't they?
they did, yeah. I mean, I can't remember if it showed the nicknames back then. Can't remember if it did.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's too long ago for me to remember, honestly. I did play a lot of Battle Revolution online, and as it happens, I never lost. Woo.
Yeah, and it's good. It was a good little thing. I mean, obviously, it's one of those things where we're all kind of hoping for another
Nepotism.
one, and never happened.
But to be fair, I don't even think it needs to happen now. Like the games are.
Yeah,
The game's got such they've got 3D graphics on the handhelds now already, and with it going to the Switch now as well,
Yeah,
you don't
TM, right
need
off the
games
bat.
like Battle Revolution anymore. I don't think.
yeah, no, you definitely don't need it now. Not with Switch games, because obviously that kind of solves the problem.
Yeah. I mean, you had like obviously back in the day, Pokemon Stadium was like, oh, wow, you know.
Yeah, well, it was
It's
huge
cool.
back when you were dealing with, monochrome sprite.
Oh yeah, I mean compared to the Game Boy, it was like night and day. But nowadays, now the handhelds have caught up so much, it's like stuff like Battle Revolution is kind of redundant. And to be honest, Battle Revolution as a game was kind of very.
Again. Sorry.
There was nothing there.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be nice being able to... Oh, actually, that's something that overall question is how they're going to deal with Switches at tournaments. And the answer is obviously going to be terribly.
Yeah, I don't know how any building is going to handle that many switches going off at once.
Well, especially because, I mean, they only last about 4 hours, so you can't even... You will have to charge.
Yeah, you have to bring a charger, which if your name is PokeRob, you will forget.
Well, I mean, where are you going to find all the plugs?
Oh, you're not going to have enough. There's no way you're going to have enough plugs for 512 people, which is how much a Nationals usually has.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they're going to have to figure out a way of not needing people to bring their physical Switches, whether they can get away with just having the teams somehow. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, I suppose that's something for Nintendo and TPCI to work out themselves.
Yeah.
We all know how good they are at doing that sort of thing.
Well, theoretically, they might well have another year to do it because they don't have any competitive battle features in Let's Go because they don't have the battle spot or anything like that.
No, I mean, I'd imagine, yeah, because they're going to stick with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for as long as they need to, really.
Yeah, which is in some ways it's kind of a shame, but I think it sort of makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
If Let's Go aren't designed for it, which they're not.
Oh yeah. No, they're not, and it's you don't want to be, because obviously it's an annual thing. You can't really disrupt that. It'd be kind of stupid to say, oh, we're not doing it this year because whatever.
Yeah, because we can't be bothered to release a game with competitive features.
Yeah, I mean, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they work fine, to be honest. Like, there's nothing wrong with them, so they can continue to use them until such a time when it is ready. Although, to be honest with you, I've not been to one of these events in years now because they're just kind of.
Now I got the thing.
I mean, the last event I went to was like a TCG event, which was by Gordian Knot, our favourite event organiser. Apparently they're a lot better with trading card events rather than video game events.
Well, that's what they were always set up for, weren't they? They'd always they started out doing Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
Yeah, they did great. I mean, we had Pokemon cards, and this is supposed to be their specialty, and then it turned out they'd left the prizes at the office.
Yeah, that one's just inexcusable, really.
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, just give us your address at the end, or we'll post it to you. It's like, well, okay, sure, I don't mind giving you my address.
There's a call back to Generation 1. Where you have to chase some idiot to give them a parcel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
To be fair, at least this is justified. I mean, like, he ran off and forgot it. It's not like Oku could just go there and get it himself.
I love the fact that basically in I don't remember, did I get Pokeballs at this point yet or not? No, not yet. They have to shove a tutorial in there for that. Buggers. Anyway.
I mean, they had a lot of issues. I think in some of the events they had a lot of issues with connectivity.
Yeah.
With all the DSs going off at the same time. Which never used to be that much of an issue, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is that's why that's suddenly become a thing now. I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's just kind of pretty much the same wireless as it's always been. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's the way they've changed things now. I'm just not sure if it's necessarily for the better. I mean, it's easier to run it, I would say, the way that they've done it now. The problem is it's just a lot more inconvenient for everybody else who turns up there.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that I liked about it, because what they did in the previous setup, and I think part of the reason why they got rid of this is because of the amount of delays that they end up with. But this is their fault. They need to just stop being bad at what they do, and then it's going to be fine. They had the Pokemon TCG event on the Saturday, and then the VGC event on the Sunday, the whole thing. So,
wow.
From beginning to end. Yeah, it was probably a lot harder to run it as opposed to doing both of them alongside each other across 2 days. But for one thing, it made it so you only had to turn up to one day, which was just easier for everybody involved. And two, you could potentially take part in both events. Whereas now you can't because both events are happening at the same time, so you've got to pick one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of lame. But yeah, they've shown now, like, ever since like VGC 13, they've shown that they can't do 2 events running alongside each other at the same time without running over time. So
no, I'm not surprised. To be honest, it must be a real pain to try and run 2 events simultaneously.
Well, yeah, and I mean, to be honest, they're not the most competent bunch anyway. So
they always did everything kind of. It was always in the most lo-fi way possible, which was a shame.
Yeah, the thing that annoyed me about that as well is, like, to me, a lot of the mistakes they made were kind of ones where if you had even a shred of common sense, you kind of like, okay, I've dealt with this. Like in VGC 13, where somebody was on the Facebook page, said, oh, it was just they had a system crash. That's the reason why it wasn't delayed. We shouldn't yell at them and stuff like that. It's like, dude, bring it back up.
Yeah.
It's like, don't assume the system is going to work, and then you've got literally nothing to fall back on when it doesn't.
The first rule of redundancy is redundancy.
I thought the first rule of redundancy is you don't talk about redundancy.
That's the second rule.
Yeah.
The third rule is redundancy.
And then to have it happen year after year, it's just like, come on, really?
Still, do you have an idea of what your team is going to be, or is it going to build organically?
I actually have an idea of what I want this particular team to be, and I've been sort of planning things around what will happen depending on which starter I'm going to get. And as it turned out, I ended up with Turtwig, so I can use all of them.
Nice.
So you're metagaming, or?
Yeah, Stell's going to use the most overused team to beat this game.
So basically, 6 Lucario?
He gets 6 Lucario and 6 Garchomp at the same time.
No. There's going to be 1 Garchomp, but it's going to have 51 swords at the same time.
Oh yes.
It's an evil shark after all.
Yes,
oh man,
absolutely.
I would have actually went into the Lost Cave only to catch one of these just to name it Evil Shark.
I think you have to now.
I am going to have to, I'm afraid, even though dragging himself into that cave is kind of a bit of a detour. But whatever.
Can we get at least one
things to say? We got
trigger
more of
tune
this
so we can hear the
region.
noise again?
Well, at least we actually managed to get past the incredibly tedious tutorial. Lady, I've been playing this game before you even existed. You don't need to teach me how to train and catch Pokemon.
That's kind of a point.
Oh, yeah.
I have now been playing Pokemon for 20 years. That's really dismal.
I know, right?
And it just...
What is time?
It won't be that for me, because it was about 2000 when I first got Yellow, but we're not far off that.
Yeah, I started playing December 99. I got poked with Pokemon Red.
I honestly can't remember. I just know it was when I was on a plane to Florida. I can't remember how old I was.
Hi! I
sorry.
like
Why would you go to
shorts. They're
Florida?
comfy and easy to
Why would
wear.
you willingly go to Florida? Can we answer that question?
It wasn't really willingly, to be fair.
No, that's the point. I'll let you have that one.
Youngster Tristan. My voice gives me super strength.
There it is.
Yes, but my turtle gives me the power to eat birds.
I so wish he had like a Loudred or something now.
I know, right?
I think that would be a bit overpowered for this stage of the game.
Anyone, by the way, younger than the age of about 20 will not get that reference at all.
No, they won't.
That is old internet.
Oh yeah, but old internet is the good internet as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It's old
Good old-
internet with has long beard. Too strong.
Remember 2008 YouTube with where half the videos were just Rick Astley.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's from before my time, and I'm 22, so...
It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that.
Basically, it's the kind of the template and grandfather of every abridged series thereafter.
Yeah, I've seen None Piece. I like that.
Everyone and their goat has a Bidoof.
I have to say, one of the new shows I've been watching Little Creebo's been doing is one where he reviews wrestling shows and wrestling TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Even if you don't understand wrestling at all or what's going on, it's still absolutely hilarious, and I do highly recommend it.
I must give that a go. That
Just
does
the
sound
amount of shade that he throws onto what's going on, it's so funny.
There's nothing more amazing than WWE. I love it.
Just go into YouTube and put in the Mark Remark, and that's his.
Finally, a grass
show.
move.
After the stream. After the stream.
Yes, not now, not now.
Yeah, not now. After the stream. Don't do it now.
I mean, it's a special grass move, but it's a grass move nonetheless.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, to be fair, like most rock types have got like higher defense than special defense anyway, so.
It'll do.
Man, I forgot.
And it will heal you, so you know, Turtwig will be surviving.
So you can at least cheese your way through it.
I forgot that you don't actually get some of the better moves you can get on this thing without breeding in this generation.
Oh yeah.
Can't get Seed Bomb on this thing yet, I think. It's been a while.
I can't remember. I don't remember when you get Woodhammer on it.
I can check.
Fairly late.
Let's see.
Well, let's be fair. Woodhammer. Wow, that Bidoof just got annihilated.
I'm a gun, I win.
Right, Gen 4.
Youngster Logan.
Looks like they didn't change its moveset at all for Platinum. So it's you basically the next move you get is Razor Leaf at 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fine. That is.
Yeah,
nice.
You don't get. I mean, you don't get Woodhammer at all by the looks of it.
That's true.
Yeah, Woodhammer happens on Torterra, maybe, not in Turtwig.
I think Torterra. I think it's only Torterra that gets Woodhammer.
Yeah, good point. I'm only looking at Turtwig itself. Let's have a look at Torterra. But yeah, you'll get Razor Leaf before you worry about it too much.
Nice.
So.
No, it's almost.
Oh yeah, Woodhammer. It's a level 1, so I think you might have to heart scale it.
Yeah, it's hard scale 1, but I think I can't remember.
Sorry.
Hard scale's easy to get in this.
I think you have to do the underground for that. So I will probably be doing that off screen actually, because
you could also, I think.
I don't think I want to expose most of you guys to my sheer frustration with the underground mechanics.
Yeah, we can't play that with a no swear rule. You get Earthquake when you evolve it to Torterra, and you get Woodhammer as a hard scale move, move. So that's fine. So it's gonna have, it gets a pretty decent moveset in the end.
I do feel bad for Shinx and its whole line due to the fact that it gets like rendered obsolete by a fat yellow ogre.
I'm kind of disregarding that thing exists, so yeah. I've actually considered raising one of these for this particular run, but then I decided against it because, to be perfectly honest, Luxray is not exactly, Luxray, whatever. It's not exactly very good at the moveset front in this particular generation yet. Yeah, of course. Right, let's see. Oh god, Jubilife.
Everyone loves Jubilife.
The city of clowns everywhere.
But it's okay, because you get the Poketch.
Which is a very useful feature, quote unquote. I mean,
it was if you were chaining, but that's about it.
Actually, there is a really funny thing about this particular game. Basically, there is a set of Action Replay or Game Shark, whatever the thing is that you use in this particular generation. Oh, hang on a moment. It's Looker!
Yay!
The dude still has one of the best theme songs in the series ever.
He really does.
See, in my head, he's played by David Tennant.
Yeah, see, in my head, he has a French accent, so...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean, he keeps talking about Setting Galactique all the time. He actually has a slightly less broken accent in Kalos, so yeah.
Yeah, I think the implication is that he speaks whatever language they speak in Kalos natively. So he's
Why
French.
do you think he has this outrageous accent, you silly trainer? I am a globe-trotting elite of the International Police. My name? Oh no, I shall inform you only of my code name. My code name, it is Looker. It's what they call me.
Because he never gets called by anything else other than his code name, which is quite funny.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually, Looker is a brilliant case of localization because, his original Japanese name was like Handsome or something, which is kind of missing the point. But yeah, then you have Looker, which is both reference to that
handsome.
and the fact he's a detective. I almost said defective, but no, that's just Mount Coronet.
To be fair, he is foxy.
Maybe?
Oh dear.
Stuff.
Also, I have a request. Cheese. It is too expensive in this region.
Does he come from Canada? Very expensive in Canada.
I thought it was expensive here. It's ridiculous in Canada.
See, now I can just imagine like brandishing a baguette at you whilst he speaks.
The funny thing is that he has a frog. Like, he's implied to have had a Krogunk, at least at some point in his particular plotline. So it's like...
He does. It turns up later in the game.
So it's like, how French can you get?
The ironic thing is you're the one wearing the French outfit in this
I know, right? What the hell?
This is true, yeah.
What are all these French things doing in Hokkaido?
So it's like just massively foreshadowing Kalos.
I mean, given Japan, it's probably just a lot of cosplayers.
I know, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
Okay, then let's just heal my team. One particular turtle.
You know,
And
for want of a better word.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I'm going to catch more things later, but right now I don't really have much of a point in doing so. Right. I forget. Where do I find this absolute... Where do I find the first roadblock of the game?
See, I would tell you, but I don't remember this region at all.
I haven't played a Generation 4 game in absolute ages, so I don't remember much. I'm actually kind of going into part of this blind. I mean, I've played Platinum a few times before, but it's been so long I don't remember most of it. So yeah, I'm just going to go around doing silly things until I manage to get somewhere.
I do concur that Toxicroak is amazing.
I love that thing. I would have used it in this particular team, but... gently caress the Great Marsh.
Yeah, I suppose that's a valid...
Sorry.
Too much of a pain
yeah,
to actually deal with.
I actually used Toxicroak on my Gem 5 single thing, and it actually worked really well because of Infinite Rain.
Oh yeah, Dry Skin Toxicroak are very nice.
Yeah, Dry Skin Toxicroak, Black Sludge, Drain Punch, happy days.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Life-sucking Evangelion unit.
Yeah, I used it. I used it against Carmen, and it pretty much 6-0'd her entire team very, very slowly.
Nice.
Luckily, it's her, so she wasn't too annoyed about it.
And so I slowly drained the life out of a cat. I actually do like Shinx. I mean, I love Luxray. Luxio is just kind of there, but yeah, I mean, I can't really do much with it because it's not exactly the best thing in this generation.
I like how she calls you a weak trainer, and then you beat her, and then she calls you mean.
Yeah. She's from Whitney's school of thought, clearly.
It's like, go home.
She would, but Johto is so far away.
Hand over the money and then go away. Basically, Pokemon teaching you it's okay to mug children since 1996.
It gets even more hilarious when you take into account someone who lives in the region of the games you're playing, who actually continuously pits you against, like, double teams of 8-year-olds.
Yep. I mean, I must admit, it is kind of mean that you take N's money whenever you beat him. Like, that's his entire pocket money.
No,
I forgot this thing has vibes.
I'm sure he's got a lot of pocket money.
He's the king of Bruiserroot.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, Dennis won't give him any.
Well, baby the whoop.
I'm surprised you weren't going to add him to the team. To be fair, Cricketune isn't really much to write home about.
Yeah,
Please,
which is sad
Cashew,
because
please.
I do like that thing. I mean, I like I like Kricketune as a concept and as a design. It's kind of nifty in a weird sort of way, but it's so useless. It's like useless bug.
It does nothing.
The goggles do nothing. Oh hey, Badoo.
Badoo is such a very powerful Pokemon.
Well, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it does evolve into a complete weapon of mass destruction eventually, but it's that eventually that is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
I still have every intention of having a Roserade in this particular run, but yeah, might take
That's like
a while.
level 32, isn't it?
I think the issue is I think Roserade kind of fell a bit to power creep over the last.
Yeah, it did rather.
generations. Like Venusaur overtook it in the defensive side, and then Superior overtook it on the offensive side.
Yes. Basically, it relegated the Budgie line to the Gen 5 of Pokemon species.
Pretty much, yeah. It was kind of like a reverse Lapras.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I still love Roserade, and I will still defend it to the death.
Oh, I hate this bit about the game. About this particular game. Oh no, you don't have to go in here. Sorry, I thought it forced you through a cave before you could get to the first gym.
I actually completely forgot that. Oh dear, Supersonic. Toot Sonic Warriors.
See, I
Supersonic Racing?
Zubat, but honestly, it's like it turns into Crobat. Why would you not?
I've actually used a Crobat in one particular run of. Oh, thank God this isn't Generation 5. I would have been dead if it was.
Yeah.
This is back when Leech Life still had like power 20 or something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Of all the things they did, like why specifically Leech Life had to have its power boosted that much?
There is a reason for this, and the reason for this is the fact that in Japanese, Leech Life is actually literally Bloodsuck. And you know what that means, because you know what got it when it was introduced. Mosquitosaurus Rex, the Ginyu Force. Basically, yeah, the Jojo Mosquito kind of demanded it.
Yeah, I suppose. Couldn't they have just given him his own signature move, which is like a super version of it?
Well, no, because that would have been that. I mean, honestly, to be perfectly honest, making it a TM and making it accessible to a good number of other Pokemon is a very nice choice. Although I'm still rather miffed that Kabutops doesn't get it, because it's just kind of asking for it, and for some reason they decided not to.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like Kabutops doesn't get it, but Mimikyu somehow does when it doesn't have a mouth.
Well, it might. We're just not sure what
Under
it
the
has.
costume, maybe.
I kind of tend to picture it with like a few of them, actually. Just this.
See, I kind of like to imagine like the mouth is actually the mouth on the costume, which just opens up into these giant fangs.
I'm just picturing it as this weird amalgamation of tendrils and eyes and mouths and all. Basically, it's a Shogoth with a cute.
I think the implication is that's basically what it is, because it's supposed to be supremely horrifying under the costume.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still find it cute, personally.
Well, yeah, but
that's because I'm me.
That's because you're you.
Biomechanical Abomination. That's right.
It is quite endearing.
Anyway, let's see.
Everyone just thinks Mimikyu is cute anyway.
I mean,
yeah,
I have a
it's like-
Mimikyu
There
on my bed, so
First roadblock.
I think it is the most popular Gen 7 Pokemon.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, for real sake. This is one of the things I absolutely detest about Generation 4. It's one of the more obnoxiously gating issued thing.
Yeah, because it sends you to trainer school, and then you have to go and find the clowns.
Yeah,
Don't you?
exactly.
Yeah, it's just...
And there's just all sorts of really ridiculous nonsense. Oh, okay. I forgot there's some trainers to battle here. Let's see if I can actually kick this kid's posterior without level 6 Starly. I am level 11. 11.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? An X attacked Starly.
Well, it just tackles you, doesn't it?
It's quick attack. Quick attack is not exactly going to do much this one.
Well, I mean, it probably would be faster than you anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to win if you don't have some Pokemon to choose from. I just wiped your face off with a turtle. One turtle.
No, I think they're just lacking in self-awareness a lot of the time.
Ah, well.
Yep.
Children are as children do.
Well, at least this person is honest. You know, they're not sure they're going to be able to do well, but they're going to try anyway.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And of course she has a big doof, so you know her chances are really, really high.
Oh yeah, there's no chance that she can lose.
I know, right? The
This
Derp
is the end of the
trifecta
world.
reigns supreme.
To be fair, her Bidoof is already doing better than the Starly did earlier.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would suggest doing a challenge where you do just use the Dirt Project Trifecta to try and beat a game, but I don't think it would be that hard. What is it? Bidoof, Stunfisk, and Dunsparce, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, you probably would be able to beat it with them three.
Yeah, it's
especially because Simple is absolutely ridiculous.
it is, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
So
when that
Big
becomes
Barrel
relevant,
can
yes.
potentially turn into a really powerful Pokemon if you give it the right moves.
The only real main issue is that Dunsparce is rendered completely pointless by Bidoof and Bibarel because of Simple. So you basically just do it with
Simples.
Bibarel and yeah.
It does
that.
Sparks can still do the flinching thing.
That's true because it's got Serene Grace. That's quite useful.
I mean, and Stunfisk is just kind of he's
Stunfisk.
just there. He just does his thing. He paralyzes
Yeah.
for you, I guess.
Stunfisk is relatively useful compared to the other two, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think all three of them have got like a purpose. I think Big Barrel will probably be taking on most of the heavy lifting though with Simple.
I think so. Yeah, I think if you needed to actually win battles, then you just send out Bibarel.
Yeah, he's going to be doing the attacking and like stuff like that, and the other two are kind of just going to be there to sort of support him. Really, I think.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things where I think it would be a challenge that basically just involved grinding a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those teams. To be fair, like Dunsparce and Stunfisk are all right to start out because they're already they're already fully evolved technically.
Yes.
So stat-wise, they're all
There
right.
is the trainer of clowns.
So they
You
can
call
kind of serve
yourself
as
a
like,
Pokemon trainer, and yet you have no Poketch? Yeah, because they're not a flirting requirement of the job, you absolute...
Apparently they are in Sinnoh.
Sinnoh.
You know, you've
It's
got
a
to have
Sinnoh,
your...
alright. The 7 deadly Sinnohs.
I'm surprised I've never
Clowns, and more clowns.
Yeah, I'm surprised I've heard that pun more often.
Collect a coupon from each clown and go see me. Can I just collect their heads?
Can we punch the clowns?
I have a perfect way to remove them.
they're like the zombie clowns now from Left 4 Dead.
Something like that. I mean, there will be once we're done with them.
No, a Pokemon grows by feeding it candy and punching it in the face. Oh, wait, this is not Let's Go, is it?
Yeah, we'll get there in the end.
It's been great
Isn't
seeing
this-
you, Katie, even for a little while. Yes, I am actually keeping an eye on chat. Who would have ever believed? Alright, let's see. There's this guy who was standing there like an idiot. Let's roll out my question! Transform and roll out. Yes, of course. Now, let's see. Now, where was idiot number 3?
It's over on the west side of the city, isn't it?
I think so. Oh yeah, here he is. Actually, I think...
They're very difficult questions.
I know, right? And they all... The funny thing is that they're all like, yes. Yes, of course, naturally. And now
Yeah, duh.
I actually did this out of order. What do you know? Okay, now
Does
I have
it
to...
matter which order you're doing?
No, it doesn't really matter at all. It's just funny that the game just kind of, okay, so you got coupon 1, you got coupon 3, you got coupon 2. So what if you're more likely to find the guy who gives out number 3 before you get the one that gets 2? Actually, this actually does make sense because in Diamond and Pearl, the one who's standing in front of the TV station was actually inside the TV station, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
So you actually had to go and look for him like some kind of a doofus.
Like
Just
some
so
kind
you
of a doof.
Just so you know, by the way, we've just hit the hour mark.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to do a 2-hour thing because we've all been doing 2-hour things. And
Fair enough.
because my particular stream is not going to be a weekly thing, it's going to be a whenever the F I have the time for Italy stream.
Yeah.
I might as well just run 2 hours. And there, finally, no one's standing in my way anymore. I stand
to be
terribly
fair,
corrected.
If we only did an hour every week, we would be here till like the end of time.
I know, right?
This is true. We would have to do a lot of grinding off screen just to, you know,
Oh yeah, definitely.
move it on a little bit.
Get on with it!
Yes.
Alright, you've got a
Yeah,
bird
Oh,
now.
look, it's forest.
Like, I haven't felt the need to do that in White yet. I might do it once we've got a couple more Pokemon just to kind of bring it all up to the same sort of level. But
No.
Eventually when I'm going to grab a, I forgot the name for a second. When I am playing the thing, I become a whole lot less focused than I am normally in these streams, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I was
That's
about to
alright.
say that when I actually do grab a Badoo to eventually spawn a Roserade of Doom, I'm going to have to actually do some off-screen training because that thing's a happiness evolution during the day, and it's night when I play these.
Ah, yes. But it's really annoying. You kind of have to mess with the clock just to get it to do what you want it to.
Yeah, I was going to say you could always mess with the clock, but
I could, but you know,
Not,
would
not on
actually-
stream.
yeah, I know, exactly. Oh, this is going to be annoying.
Ah,
The monkey's actually taking a while to get damaged. I'm going to, I mean, honestly, I wonder if Absorb is going to do more damage than Tackle just on the account of being a grass move. No, it's just
probably,
about
probably
the
not.
same.
'Cause I think it's got some. Yeah, I think
It's
it
a-
only does like 20 base power. So
Yeah, it's about the same. I mean, between Tackle and
Chimchar's got like ridiculous defense all of them.
yeah. Seriously, this Chimchar is taking hits like I don't even know.
To be fair, Absorb does about the same amount of damage, I think. It's just it also heals you a bit, so...
it's 20 power by the looks of it.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's.
I probably should have done a bit more grinding before I've gone out to face this
Yeah, it'll be fine.
monkey
You'll
with
be
a
alright.
monkey.
Or caught something else.
And now I'm going to do something rather cheesy, but with all due respect, I do not have time for this. Oh snap! Yes, keep looking at me. It's not gonna do you much good, but you can... Oh. Thanks for the free turn app. Ah. Egg. Right. Keep having to stop myself.
It really likes using Leer, doesn't it?
Yeah, this monkey is... I think for... Very well then, from now on your Chimchar is named King Lear.
I knew that
Oh, fuck off.
was gonna- Good old Shakespeare.
I know.
Swear
right?
jar.
Yes, of course. Ugh, right then, let's see.
See, I would have said to nickname the rival King Lear if we knew this was gonna happen.
Right, I am just going to heal up now because obviously that was a bit more damaging than I wanted it to be. Herp, derp, herp,
I'd just like to point out that he literally threw victory away.
pretty much.
Yep.
yep.
Like, he could quite easily have won, but
Yeah,
he decided that he didn't want to win.
yep. It was more important for his monkey to just stand there and glare at you. It's
It
like,
has to assert its dominance.
I can't believe we're doing this. Really? I'm just picturing it sort of standing there, being all very, very, very unimpressed. I can't believe we're doing this. Really? Probably with a cup of tea or something.
Well, who knows?
Your favorite Pokemon should be placed in the top left of your party.
It's Forrest. He's a special case. Isn't Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum's FPS all, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love how these things sound like a xylophone being punched in the face.
We love them.
And there's Razor Leaf, finally.
Yay!
Oh,
A grass move that's not complete rubbish.
I know, right?
There is an awful lot of very forgettable Pokemon lines in these.
Yeah. I think Gen 4 was particularly bad for the problem where it felt the need to duplicate existing lines. So it had things like the Starly line, which is basically Pidgey with a different design.
To be perfectly honest though, Staraptor is murder.
That's true, actually. That is true. But there is,
the issue I more had with it is the amount of lines that it put in there that just were completely redundant. As soon as there
the thing with
like Kricketune, like who's ever going to use that for anything?
Well, it can be used as a perfect example for a Pokemon with an awesome cry.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, it's basically going to
purpose.
A centerpiece of a Pokemon-themed meme video.
I mean, here's the thing. The reason I don't really get all torn up about Pokemon that are like, you know, oh, it's another mammal or another bird or whatever. It's called biodiversity.
This is true.
I don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind the Pokemon similar designs, like aesthetically to each other. It's just when it's like, because obviously from my standpoint, it's like you've pretty much got all of them available to you to use what you want to do.
Yeah.
It annoys me when you've got ones where it's just like there is no situation where I would ever need to use this.
It would be useful if they put the diversity into biodiversity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, look at real life. A lot of animals are actually color swaps of other animals.
And it's just annoying that it's like...
I mean, it makes a bit less sense from a game standpoint, but it makes a lot of sense from a world standpoint, so...
it does, yeah.
That's kind of my thing with Pokemon. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of redundancy, but I like my worlds to feel alive, so yeah. I don't mind all these weird biodiversity Pokemon. Although, I have kind of made a point to, make sure that whatever things I'm running with in Miato, for instance, I'm kind of making a point to make them all have some kind of a function, so to speak.
Yeah. Like, Kricketune has no function whatsoever. Like, the whole Budgie thing has no function whatsoever. Like, all of them are worthless.
Kricketune could be interesting if, like, just for the sake of the example, it got a Mega Evolution.
That would be
now
amazing.
That I want to see.
Where would Beedrill? Where would Beedrill?
Oh yeah.
Its cry would have to change from like. Oh, actually, I'm thinking of the wrong Pokemon. Never mind.
Yeah, don't change the cry. You can't change the cry.
No, its cry would have to be the same. Maybe just like a looped version, so it happens so you get like it's really loud.
Yeah, and stuff like there's just a lot of Pokemon that are introduced in the generation that just end up being completely pointless in every single way, shape, or form.
Oh god, my brain just kind of went, what if Kricketune had an evolution, it was part electric or something, and its cry was just the Delalalala whoop, only sampled into Darude's Sandstorm.
So it basically just be a mimetic sort of version
Yeah,
of Gargantuan.
I'm sure someone's done that.
Pretty much.
Or to fit in, Pokemon Clover, that is the gym music.
Oh dear God.
Darude Sandstorm is the gym battle music in that.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and the final gym leader is Darude, and the whole battle takes place during a sandstorm.
Because of course. Typical.
It's just to bring it all full circle.
The circle of stupidity is.
I love
good.
this. I just googled basically Cricketune and then Darude Sandstorm, and there is someone on Reddit from 2016 saying exactly the same thing, which is that there should be a version of Darude Sandstorm with Cricketune's Cry.
I'm sure somebody might have. I'd imagine somebody's probably already made it by now.
Oh, probably.
I can't find it, but it's.
I know there's been quite a few remixes of Zatu's Cry.
Yes.
Because in Japan that's a meme called Tutu.
Okay.
And they're usually quite creepy. Somebody basically made it was Ghetsis' battle theme, and it was made out of Zatu's Cry. Amazing.
Sometimes Absorb does have its uses. Like restoring yourself to near full health by giving a thing with a headache even more of a headache. I lost! La la la! Someone has been watching Seinfeld.
Yeah, this was back in the days when Pokemon had a lot of references in the localization.
Yeah. I think Alex actually explained this on your last stream.
He did, yes.
Because of Secret Squirrel, yeah.
I found the remix, which is in the.
I'm gonna have to listen to that after the stream.
Yeah, it is great.
You do realize? Oh God! If this is good enough quality, I may have to use that as the music for the opening of my next.
No, don't.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no idea what might happen.
I shall have to dub it over the Dennis fight in when we get there.
You have to find a way of actually using Zatu in that.
Oh wait.
I can't because it's white. Zatu doesn't exist in it.
Hacks. That's what you do.
Well, maybe. I might be able to do it in white too when we get that far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What are you doing for White 2, by the way? I mean...
Don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there.
I mean, I know I have plans for something for Black 2 after I'm done with Platinum, but by the time I'll finish Platinum, we'd all be dead.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of, we've got so many, episodes of this to kind of get through, because we're going to be playing a 25-hour game in hour-and-a-half chunks, basically. So... I'll figure out what I'm going to do about White 2 when I actually get there. I imagine just a straight playthrough like I'm doing here.
Something, and the first A gem. Because this generation has 8 of them.
Yep.
It's amazing, like, how many things like future generations did right that this game did so wrong.
It was one of those things where you would have hoped that someone somewhere would have gone in while this game's being developed. Do we really need that many? Like, do we really need 8 HMs? Isn't that a bit much?
And then Mount Coronet showed up and did itself.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. You have 8 HM sort of artificial barriers, and then you have that mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Honestly, if they ever do go back to Sinnoh for some reason, please don't.
No, you know they will.
I know they will, but the thing is that, considering the fact that they were slavishly sticking to really stupid nonsense that Ruby and Sapphire did when they made Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'm kind of afraid that even if they actually do advance the games into the 21st leaping century, they're still going to revive all this nonsense just for some sake of clinging to the
Some
original.
Yeah, some of the gameplay stuff from Emerald made it into ORAS, but I think you're probably right. Like, the story from Diamond and Pearl would make it through if they split versions again.
Oh, God.
And I think you have this ongoing problem where we've now officially reached the threshold where any game, you know, earlier than Gen 4, earlier than Gen 5, sorry, you can't really remake without severely changing them because so much has changed since Gen 4 and Gen 7, for example.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to make a game in 2019 or 2020 or whenever they do it, 2021, whatever, and then return to having HMs.
Yep.
And what's the point? Return to having HMs. They're going to have to change it. So, right, I mean, they might not. They might decide to do HMs anyway, but that would be a terrible idea.
I mean, you can gate it the same way that Sun and Moon does, just by not giving you the Pokemon to do
They'd
it.
have to be willing to change it, though, wouldn't they?
Yes.
That's kind of the thing. They would have to be willing to change it well enough. Sorry, change it enough to actually, you know, modernize it, which they weren't really willing to do.
If they were going to modernize Sinnoh, they might actually make a really, really good game.
Oh, absolutely.
Because especially if they figure like an alternate route around Mount Coronet, like routes that go over it, for example, or hell, just have a Pokemon climb it or something. But yes.
Or just blow it up.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. If they do just take the sort of overall gist of the region, so we say, and some of the Pokemon, and just, you know, strap it into Pokemon 2019's engine, sure, should be fine, honestly. I think that would be really fun. It's just the kind of the danger that they'll go, oh, we're remaking the game from 2007.
Drags me somewhere.
That happens a lot in this game.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, the gym leader's gone up to the coal mine.
Yes, you need to go and do a ridiculous fetch quest.
No, it's forest again.
I don't think actually you have a ridiculous fetch quest here. You just have to go and find him lurking in a mine, like...
Yeah, you fetch the gym leader.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have to battle Margaret Thatcher for it. We all know how much she loved coal mines.
Oh, that got political.
Well,
this is also the gen that introduced climb, but then didn't use it in the right ways.
Yeah.
Like, just climb over the mountain, but then it didn't.
To be perfectly fair, they actually did something really ridiculous with that in Soul Silver. Basically, you have no use for that particular HM at all until you actually go...
It's Mount Silver, isn't it?
Yeah, until you have to actually go and fight ... Dot. Yep.
Yep.
Right, let's just save this thing, because at this point I am particularly... I've gone way too long without saving, and yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
You may never know when the system might decide to crash like a comet. Alright. Oh, I completely wait, hang on a moment. I actually do need to check out all these houses at some point. I think that there was an item in one of them. But yeah, first of all, let's go find work.
Yeah,
Not sitting around reading comic books all day.
Drag him away from his favourite hole.
That's his dad.
oh god.
Well,
yes, that kind of...
Yeah, no, don't talk, no.
that went very bad very quickly.
Somewhere there is a rare item. You should look.
Let's have a look.
Wait.
It's Horrible City. Is it in the mine? We've got the item, supposedly.
That is...
There's an item right there.
That is some
The hidden
very
one.
Final Fantasy music right there.
No, it's hidden somewhere near the moving belts.
Yeah, I saw it, and just kind of talking to random NPCs, because I am kind of insane, apparently.
Well, it's fair, some of them do give you items.
There is a heart scale in the middle of the slag heap in the mining section, so outside of this. Apparently it's hidden. If you just sort of poke everything, you should get it. But then at least you'll have one, so...
Yeah, you can get wood hammer.
That's true.
But that's not in this gen, is it?
Where did you do?
Like wood hammer, it's not in this gen.
Woodhammer is in this gen, yes.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, really? Oh.
It's Torterra's signature move, I think, to start with. I don't think...
Oh, really? I mean, I never played Torterra, so...
The only problem
No,
with...
me either.
Yeah, the only problem with Woodhammer and why I never actually use it is because it's a recoil move and I cannot stand recoil moves.
Oh, apologies. It's not a signature move. It had a few things had it in Gen 4.
Yeah, what's its face? Sudowoodo had it.
Sudowoodo, Executor, Snowbird Bomber Snow. And then a few things. Yeah. Nothing else got it
before
until...
it was amazing.
I really thought that Woodhammer was introduced with Sun and Moon.
No, it's been around since Gen 4.
Oh, yeah,
It was actually the grass starters in Kalos, so just been Quillen and just not learned it naturally.
My mind is blown.
And so did Fantop and Trevenant, apparently.
Hey.
Oh, really? Wow. Alright. Gen 5.
Trevenant is awesome.
Yeah, so it's introduced in Gen 4, didn't change anything in Gen 5. Gen 6 gave it to a few new critters. Gen 7 gave it to Kamala, Mimikyu, and Kakavamudi.
Oh, yeah, Mimikyu.
Yeah, I know.
Mimikyu using Woodhammer
That's
is a
weird
glorious
allocation,
mental
but
image.
sure.
Oh, I apologise. You can get it onto Maractus as of Gen 5 by breeding it.
Who is that?
It's a cactus. It's just a cactus.
Yeah.
Burn you mean?
It's quite an unnoteworthy Pokemon, to be honest with you, which is kind of rare for Gen 4, actually.
Yeah, Gen 5 obviously was had a big problem with just remaking Pokemon because they had to. So it did have quite a few that were a little bit
Somehow,
unremarkable.
Yeah.
I never even saw that one in Sun and Moon.
Well, to be fair, I think Gen 5 did a good job with what it had.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
A lot of the lines.
Oh, Gen 5, yeah. I've never played Gen 5, so...
Seriously? A one-step encounter.
What level does Turtwig evolve? 16.
I think it is. I can check.
It's usually 16. I think. It's bad.
17, I think. Or what's the 18?
It's 18.
18.
It's weird. They were quite late in this one.
Yeah.
It's weird because it evolves into Grotle at 18, it evolves into Torterra at 32, which is quite early.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's because I know they did something similar to that. Gen 2, where
Time for this.
Totodile evolved into Croconaw at 18, but evolved into Feraligatr at 30. Cyndaquil evolved into Quilava at 14, but Typhlosion at 36. And then Chicory took the mid-route by evolving at 16 and 32.
Yeah, they stagger the starter evolutions, so Chimchar evolves at at 36.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Torterra evolves rather quickly. Like 32 or something.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Grotle evolves to Torterra at 32, so it's only 14 levels-ish. It stays as a Grotle.
This one is also staring at me.
Because like the Gen 1 creatures are 16 and 36, aren't they?
Yeah, except for Venus, who's 32.
Really? It evolves earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, Cyndaquil evolves
Because
more
it's
levels.
Venusaur, that's why.
That's kind of batty, but fair enough.
To be fair, Venusaur is the best of the three, objectively. And I'm
But you are right.
sorry for saying that, but I don't care. You're wrong.
Oh,
The thing is a
fire.
monster in a
It's
great
really
way.
bizarre. Why would it be different? I blame Gen 1.
It is Gen 1 being Gen 1. That's the reason why. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Totally
Mental
nonsensical.
note, I need repels 61.
Yeah. You definitely need about
I can't
61
remember, but
repels.
I think it does actually. I think one of them, the evolution of, I can't remember. I think it's Gen 1 for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it does actually affect one of the rival fights where he ends up having the final form of his starter if he picks a certain one. Whereas if he picks another one, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a weird thing somewhere like that, yeah.
So like if you gave him like I can't remember which one it is. For some reason my memory says it's Gen 1 where if he started with Venusaur, if he started Bulbasaur, he'll have Venusaur earlier than in one of the fights, whereas if he didn't, then he'll have either Charmander or Wartortle, but I don't know if it is.
I'm not sure, honestly. I never paid that much attention in Gen 1, to be honest with you.
There's not much to pay attention to really, to be honest.
Yeah, well, apart from all the glitches.
You mean
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
escape.
but they kind of force you to pay
Okay,
attention.
fine. Can't
You can
escape,
catch.
can't escape.
Can you catch it?
I could probably catch it if this thing doesn't murder it to pieces in like one hit. Which it likely will,
It will.
because
No, just kill it.
Onyx is large, impressive, imposing, and made of wet paper
Oh,
towels.
she's rap on you as well, so you could definitely can't escape now.
Onyx is basically made of papier-mâché.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Which is kind of hilarious considering how much of a complete tank Steelix is.
Well, until it gets set on fire.
Oh, yes, but then again... Let's see... Right... 127. Yeah, I think I have the time to deal with the gym. Let's see... Heal up. I think that what I'm going to do is get the Not Boulder badge and call it a day.
Yeah, seems smart.
Sounds fair.
Well, I mean, getting to the first gym in the first episode is an achievement,
It is.
especially
Yeah,
in this
it is.
generation.
What level's your turtle?
I think it's 16 now.
Yeah.
16 coming on 17, I think.
Oh, not bad. You'll be able to do the gym
It is
just fine then.
16 going on 17. The hills are alive with the sound of Bidoof.
Finally.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I actually have a sound clip I made of that somewhere.
I think I remember.
Mm.
Yeah, basically you should be able to pretty easily stop this gym at this point.
Essentially. First snap. Yes, I know you can get around them by climbing the things, but hey,
It's good experience.
no, experience it I can. And there is youngster, not Joey.
Top percentage of Geodude.
I'm not even going to bother raising.
Only those who want to win can challenge the Pokemon Gym. Yeah, because people want to lose.
I was gonna say.
I know them
right?
people.
Yes, I'm going to go and get my Pokemon smacked around for no reason.
Both of you, duel like you want to win.
Although to be fair, there was quite a few people on Charms who were willingly battling me in Gen 4, so you know.
Well,
And so
You-
Snap learns Curse.
you and Bow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, granted, like sometimes people won.
Well, yeah, you know. I didn't, but you know.
When I say people, I mean one person in particular.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm trying to think who. Yeah, I think it was just Fern.
That doesn't surprise me. Fern was pretty.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Hi, Rourke. In a few minutes, it's gonna be by Rourke.
Yay!
Well,
I mean,
At least he's happy.
honestly, yeah, I still like the dude.
Yeah, he's fine. I have no problem with it.
I mean, to be fair, with a dad like Byron, how
Yeah, basically, the only reason I would have any particular issues with him is because of a person who used to have a massive thing for him. But I get to steamroll him for, like...
See, I don't know. I think Rourke kind of strikes me as the guy who kind of has like a few daddy issues, but I kind of get the idea. I can kind of imagine what their family is like when I think about it, like more in depth. Like imagine like your Rourke as a kid, and it's Christmas, and you come down like the stairs with all your presents,
And you got a rock.
You're ready to open them, and there's Byron. He just screams, "I love Christmas!" and then the tree just explodes behind him with all the presents. Like, how would you feel if that was your dad?
Okay.
Not pleased. For sure.
And that happens every year. And that's your childhood.
Yeah, that would leave you with issues.
And then, like, for his birthday, he's got, like, his birthday cake and all his friends are there.
Oh.
And then here comes Byron, I love birthdays, and the cake just explodes.
That sounds like fun.
Okay.
It's fun in hindsight, but, you know, as a
Yeah,
kid,
I
it's
mean-
probably quite traumatic.
Yeah, I mean, traumatizing at the time, but fun in hindsight. Fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that was quick.
What? Oh snap, it's evolving!
I have to say, that kind of did a lot of damage. in one
Laser
hit.
beam noises! Congratulations! Oh snap evolved into a bigger, sillier Oh snap.
Partial snap.
Oh, this is embarrassing. I went and lost to a trainer who didn't have a single gym badge. Yes, you're the first gym leader in this region. That's your job.
You actually think, I've always like kind of thought about this. Like, surely if like you, so for example, you started out as a trainer like on the opposite end of the Sinnoh,
Yeah.
Yeah, of
would
course.
the gym leaders level up like?
Yeah, they would. I mean,
it-
I think it's pretty much
Start out.
established that gym leaders have different teams for different levels of trainers.
Yeah.
So,
In the lore, but not in the games, you can fight the gyms in any order, but they have different teams based on how many badges you have. So if you go in with no badges, they're going to use their...
ooh, Sneaky Pebbles was a TM in this generation.
Which, of course,
So-
could end up being an actual gameplay feature one day if they're smart.
Yeah, like for example, like if you start, like if you were living in Sunnyshaw and then Volton was the first gym leader and he starts out
You
like
can actually
Pikachu,
calculate.
like, you know, picking his looks around you.
Yeah, that wouldn't be nice.
Actually need to go to the Pokemon Center for a moment and actually heal up. And then I need to update my trainer card. Because now I
Yes,
have
indeed.
a bigger turtle.
Bigger turtle with a builder's hat on by the looks of it.
See, I honestly feel like the most forgettable mid form of a starter is Pignite.
Yeah.
The world's
Yeah.
strongest circus... well... thing. Alright, 1 second. Pokemon... Grottle. I am Grottle.
Or the middle form of Chespin and Chestnut, whose name I actually can't remember, so that
Yes.
kind of wins for me.
Quilladin,
Quilladin.
and yes.
Quilladin
Basically
is a
just-
great name. It's a shame about the Pokemon itself being basically, yeah.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
It's
It has
Pignite
its own-
2.0.
It looks like it's on
Yeah.
drugs. It is on drugs.
It has the ongoing problem where it's just a bigger version of its previous Evo, which is, you know.
Wait, where did I put the thing?
I do agree though that there is quite a few very forgettable mid evolutions for the starters.
There are, yeah.
Like,
You kind of have this ongoing problem where you spend so little time with them as well.
yeah, they're just they're very much sort of like an intermediary sort of between.
Well, yes.
And And I mean, granted, yeah, it's literally what they are, but that's kind of what makes them so. I mean, you've got a few like obviously Breakson was kind of memorable due to Pokken in the anime.
Yeah.
Okay,
I suppose Ivysaur turning up in Smash kind of helped that a bit.
Yeah, I think the original kind of Kantomons, their mid stages are alright in terms of being relatively memorable, just because they are quite distinct. I mean, Ivysaur is just a smaller Venusaur, really, but like you say, it's been in Smash and it's been around.
Yeah, people know of it.
Yeah.
So, we've beaten the gym, evolved the turtle, and it's 1:36 in the AM. So I think at this point I am going to actually kill this thing until next time, whenever next time is going to be, because I have to figure out a time where I can actually stream.
Excellent.
So, it's been great. I'm still Obsidian, and with me we had Teapot, KOL, Professor Cinders, Kellery, Dark Soul, Jespresso, whatever he wants to call himself this weekend.
Bob.
So,
it's called Bob from now on.
Yeah, we'll call him Bob.
Yes,
Join us. Join us tomorrow, same time, same channel, literally, for Pokemon White. Again, we will be doing whatever it is I was supposed to be doing. Just generally throwing John Cena at things, I think. And if you want to know what that means, tune in tomorrow.
Yep.
See ya.
Laters.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.